Is Palmetto Bay the best place in Florida to live? In this video, you're gonna find out the answer. So you're thinking about moving to Palmetto Bay. You probably know that they have great schools, the properties are somewhat affordable, and it's gotten numerous awards for the lifestyle there. But there are a lot of things that stop people from moving to Palmetto Bay. My name's Amit Bhuta. I'm part of the All In Miami group. We're a team of luxury real estate agents in Miami, and we deal with some of the wealthiest people in the world selling some of the most expensive homes. We're gonna break it down into 5 different parts. The first part is lifestyle. How is it to actually live in Palmetto Bay? Number 2, pros and cons. Number 3, what's the cost of living to purchase a home in Palmetto Bay? Number 4, but what does the future have in store? How is it gonna be 5, 10 years from now? And number 5 is my rating guide. I'm gonna give you my rating on 10 different aspects of Palmetto Bay, and by the end of the video, you're gonna know whether Palmetto Bay is perfect for you or not. So how does my perfect day in Palmetto Bay go? I'm gonna throw in a friend that I haven't spoken to in years. His name is Gus. Gus has lived in Palmetto Bay forever. I've visited him many times there. So my day starts off with him at Coral Reef Park. He used to be on our tennis team. We used to play league tennis for many, many years. Definitely a great player. And we're gonna start by going there onto the hard courts in Coral Reef Park and play a few hours of tennis. And it's the winter now, so hopefully the weather will be great and we'll be able to spend many, many hours playing tennis. After that, we're gonna go to the French bakery, because you know, all those calories that you burned, why not gain them back plus a few hundred more? So there's this place called the French Bakery, pretty easy to remember, and they have amazing pastries and so many other desserts and delights. So we're gonna go there. And after dessert, because you're adults, you could have lunch. So we're gonna go to Aisha Indian Food. We're gonna try and go on a food coma. We're gonna eat as much Indian food as we can. The food there is really good. They actually have classes that teach you how to cook Indian food. And they're okay, but at the end of the day, I want them to cook it for me. So after that, we're gonna go to the Deering Estate. So what is the Deering Estate? The Deering Estate, the Deering family is one of the wealthiest families in Florida in the 20s. Once they passed away, they kept this historic home called the Deering Estate, where they kept it so people can visit it. You can watch manatees. So Gus and I are gonna go on there, check out the water and check out some manatees, and definitely put it on our Instagram. So after that, you know, since we've been eating all day, we might as well eat some more. We're gonna go to Steve's Pizza. Steve's Pizza has been around forever, and we're both gonna get a full pizza and eat one each. And after that, we're probably gonna have to go to sleep. So what is the community vibe of Palmetto Bay? It's pretty engaged. People really care about their community. They're always taking part in zoning, in school events. These are people that are like, quote unquote, the PTA mothers and fathers. That's who lives in Palmetto Bay. The typical call we get are people that can probably live in much more expensive neighborhoods, but want to invest in their children's future because the schools are so great in Palmetto Bay. So if that's the type of person you are, you're engaged, you want to get to know your neighbor, you want to walk around, see them walking their dogs, say hi to them, Palmetto Bay is perfect for you. So how exclusive is Palmetto Bay? It's not that exclusive, but it's getting a little bit more exclusive because the real estate prices are going up and up. A few years ago, so an average home in Palmetto Bay is typically like a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage lot on maybe a 1/4 acre, give or take. And so a few years ago, say 5, 6 years ago, you could get that for $400,000 or $500,000. Now they're over $1 million, $1.1 million, $1.2 million, plus. So it's getting more exclusive as the price ranges go up. The urban energy in the neighborhood is pretty good. A lot of people are go-getters. They want to enjoy life. These are young professionals that are a little bit older than young professionals. They're probably like in their late 30s, early 40s, have kids that are probably in middle school and want to get to know their neighbors, want to get to know Palmetto Bay, and have moved from other areas that they've probably been thinking about moving to Palmetto Bay for a while. So they're gonna get everything out of the community that they can. So you're thinking about moving to Palmetto Bay. There are quite a few pros of living in Palmetto Bay. Palmetto Bay gets numerous awards every year from many different publications for their quality education, the green space, the parks. There are just so many different activities to do. Also, parking is so easy. You never have to pay for parking in Palmetto Bay. If you have a car, it's the perfect place to go because there's very little traffic in Palmetto Bay. But there are quite a few cons. If you don't have a car, it's car dependent. You need it. Another thing is, real estate is getting more and more expensive. And although it is affordable compared to some of the other areas for what you get, it's still expensive. You're definitely gonna pay quite a bit over $1 million to get a home in Palmetto Bay. If you like condos or townhomes, they're next to none there, very, very few. Another thing about Palmetto Bay is you're far. You're very far south. You're very far from South Beach, from downtown, from Brickell, Wynwood, the Design District, the airport. So many different places you're very far away from. Also, a lot of the areas in Palmetto Bay are in flood zones, so you may need to get flood insurance. And flood insurance has gotten very expensive compared to the past. Another thing is, a lot of the homes are very old. They have old pipes. You have cast iron pipes. So you want to make sure you speak to your real estate professional or inspector, and we'll let you know whether you should get it or not. We'll tell you what tests you need to have. So definitely a lot of pros, but quite a few cons as well. Do you live in Palmetto Bay? If you do, make sure to comment below and write down how long you've lived in Palmetto Bay and what you like the most and least about Palmetto Bay. If you're thinking about moving to Palmetto Bay, make sure to comment why you're thinking about moving to Palmetto Bay. And if you're neither one of these, just like, comment, share, do everything that we ask you to do. So Palmetto Bay's location is really good if you like to live down south, meaning you don't want to go to Miami Beach, downtown, Brickell, and all these other areas, even Coral Gables. If you want to go to these areas a lot, you're pretty far from them. And granted, if there's no traffic, it won't take you that long. But if you're dealing with traffic hours where rush hour is there, it's gonna take you forever to get to places. So the location is far from ideal unless you decide to work and play in Palmetto Bay. So how is it living in Palmetto Bay? What are you gonna see? Typically, this is how it is. If you're gonna be going for a walk, you're gonna see your neighbors. They're gonna be waving hi to you. They're gonna be walking their dogs. You're gonna have some of these families that just had kids, so they're gonna have strollers. Everyone is gonna be very friendly with each other. Everyone typically knows who each other is if they're your neighbors. If you're going out of town, they're gonna take care of your house if you want them to. They're not gonna get into your business, but they're gonna be available. And that's one of the best things about Palmetto Bay. So how secure is Palmetto Bay? There's not that many gated communities, very few, but the Palmetto Bay police are a little bit bored too, just like Pinecrest, just like some of these other areas. There's not that much on their plate. But just like I mention always, make sure to do your own due diligence, check out the information, and you'll get to know if it's the right place for you to move to or not. So how's the architectural features in Palmetto Bay? It's just okay. You're gonna see a lot of homes that are built in the 80s and 90s that all look the same. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,500 square foot homes with a pool, with 2-car garages. You have a driveway, 2 different separate entrances to a driveway, that's gonna be Palmetto Bay. You're gonna see that over and over and over again on basically a quarter acre, a little larger. You're gonna see some of newer construction homes that are very expensive, that are modern homes, and not much in between. The quality of schools in Palmetto Bay is amazing. That's why the majority of people move there. There's so many schools in Palmetto Bay that are top rated. Again, because I'm a real estate agent, I can't share with you which school you should go to or not. You need to do your own due diligence, but so many people call me. So many clients and potential clients tell me they've done their research. They want to move to Palmetto Bay because of the great educational system there. So how is Palmetto Bay's resilience to weather? Back in 1992, during Hurricane Andrew, Palmetto Bay was destroyed. It was really hurt badly. But since then, just like other parts of Miami, it's gotten a lot stronger. Technology, new certification, new things that have to be done in place for newly built homes have made the strength of homes much, much stronger compared to when Hurricane Andrew was there. It's not great because they're flood zones and you're east of US 1, so you're gonna be more susceptible to hurricanes coming from the East Coast, and you may get evacuated, but for the most part, it's doing pretty well. So how much does it cost to live in Palmetto Bay? I'm gonna go over 3 different things for you. One, I'm gonna find out for all the homes that are on the market in Palmetto Bay, what the most expensive one is, what the least expensive is, and then just the average. And I'm also gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna share with you how many condos there are for sale compared to how many single family homes there are for sale. So let's start with that. Right now in Palmetto Bay, there's 117 homes for sale on the market. Out of those 117, 108 are single family homes. So only 9 condos and townhomes for sale. So let's bypass that since it's such a small part of the equation. So out of these 108 homes, let's see what we got. The least expensive home in Palmetto Bay is $610,000. Let's check out what you get for $610,000. So this was built in 1974. It's at 16615 Southwest 93rd Court. In case you hear that, that's Ollie, the cat. So this was built in 1974, 1,767 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's a very small lot. It's 7,500 square feet. An acre is 43,560 square feet, and this is only 7,500 square feet. So smaller than a quarter acre, significantly smaller than a quarter acre. So let's see what you get for $610,000. Definitely a very, very outdated house. It needs pretty much everything. The kitchen was redone. Kitchen looks okay. But definitely something, the person that's buying this house probably has kids and wants to move into the neighborhood because of the schools. We get that all the time where the parents sacrifice for the kids. They could live in another neighborhood with a much nicer home, but they'd rather sacrifice so their kids go to a great school. Okay, so now let's take a look at the most expensive home for sale in Palmetto Bay. And man, they have gone up tremendously. So this property is on 13805 Old Cutler Road. So this is the very, very north end of Palmetto Bay, the northeast end of Palmetto Bay. It's for $8.895 million. It's unheard of a few years ago for Palmetto Bay. This is 7 bedrooms, 7 baths. This is a rendering of a home that's going to be for sale. It's going to be built in 2025, this year, which means probably 2026. And the house is absolutely gorgeous. It's a 3-car garage, nice swimming pool, and very modern, yet it doesn't look too modern. It's not just a square box. The lot is over an acre. It's 51,401 square feet, so it's 1.18 acres. And everything is modern, looks great. So definitely the best of the best in Palmetto Bay right now. So since there's 100 plus homes for sale, let's look at like number 57. Let's see what you get for that. So this would be like an average price point for someone buying in Palmetto Bay. It's 1.385 million. It's 9260 Southwest 164th Street. So this home was built in 1958, definitely an older home. 5 bedroom, 4 baths. But for 5 bedroom, 4 baths, the square footage is very small. It's only 2698 square feet. The lot size is 15,129. So it is, let me see if it says what percent of an acre it is. It doesn't. It's a little bit bigger than a quarter acre. And let's take a look at some of the photos. It needs work. Kitchen looks redone, looks nice. The photos look terrible, but for the most part, the kitchen looks nice. I guess the kitchen is the nice part of the house because they have so many pictures of the kitchen. It looks like the person took the photos with their iPhone but forgot to clean their lens. It's not very good. The bottom line is if you live anywhere in the US and you're looking for a $1.385 million home, you're going to be very disappointed with what you get here. So if this is 1.385 in Palmetto Bay and you want something nicer, you're probably going to need to spend 1.6, 1.7 million. And that's going to be about the average home you're going to get in Palmetto Bay. If you're thinking about moving to Palmetto Bay or anywhere else in the world, make sure to subscribe. We're going to share a ton of information for you, and you'll be happy you did. So what does the future have in store for Palmetto Bay? For me, it's much of the same. Palmetto Bay is a laid-back community with a lot of community engagement. So I'm going to see, probably my best guess is seeing more and more of these lots with homes that are sadly being called teardowns, that developers are going to buy and put these very big homes because the lots are definitely a decent size. More and more developers are going to start buying them. They're probably going to buy the cheaper ones first, meaning further south, further west in Palmetto Bay, and they're going to build these expensive homes on there. Another thing, I can imagine them doing stuff for against the flooding, just doing things that'll be better against weather to help against storms and other things. And you're going to see as the community gets more and more expensive, it's going to bring in newer restaurants, nicer shops, and the education level is probably going to even jump up a notch. That would be my best guess on what's going to happen to Palmetto Bay in the future. So the last part, Amit's ratings. So I'm going to share with you my numerical rating on 10 different aspects of Palmetto Bay. The first one, daily life and vibe. 7. The daily life is very peaceful. It's nice. It's the best place to go for a walk around the block and to say hi to your neighbors and know your neighbors. And you're going to make, if you move to Palmetto Bay, some of your best friends in your life are going to be there because people are very nice in Palmetto Bay. As far as vibe and energy, it's okay. People are involved in the community, but what happens is as these families get tied up into their own things with kids' school and all these other projects, the energy is going to go towards that family and not just sharing. Location and prestige. 7. The location is not great because it's far south, but the prestige is pretty good. If you live in Palmetto Bay, people know you live in a community that is a luxury community with great education, and there are a lot of things to do there. So it's really good in that aspect, but the location is a little far south for a lot of people. Waterfront living and views. It's a 5. Waterfront living, almost non-existent. Views are okay. There's a lot of greenery and lots of nice trees and stuff. So walks are nice, but it's nothing like Edgewater, seeing these waterfront properties, or many other areas in Miami. Amenities and lifestyle. There are a lot of parks. There's a lot of places to take your dog. So amenities and lifestyle, a 7. Coral Reef Park, the Deering Estate, so many different things to do. Lots of tennis courts, golf course, but it's okay. There's better. Privacy and security, 7. Palmetto Bay is pretty secure. The police department is always ready, waiting, because they're not doing that much because there's less crime there. Homes are spaced out pretty much. So thankfully, the privacy and security is pretty good there. Architectural features, 5. Palmetto Bay looks very similar throughout. There's new construction, but for the most part, it's very similar. Community engagement and local interaction, 7. A lot of people are very, very committed to Palmetto Bay, talking about zoning, about all the different things that people want to do. So it's definitely pretty good. Not at the top of the list, but definitely amongst the top of the list of all the places in Miami. Cost of living in real estate, 3. For what you get, you have to spend, we just went over it, probably about 1.5, 1.6 million to get a decent single family home in Palmetto Bay. That's expensive, way more than the 400,000 it was a few years ago. Green space and outdoor living, 6. There's a lot of green space and outdoor living stuff to do. There are a lot of parks. If you have a dog, it's ideal for them. Lots of tennis courts, just lots of things to do. But 6 is, there are many other places in Miami that are 10s compared to this. Climate resilience, 6. It's doing well, but it could do better. Because Palmetto Bay was decimated by some of the storms of the past, even though they've rebuilt 100%, because it's so far east and it's close to the water, things can happen. So they need to improve on that. So that gives us a grand total of 60 points for Palmetto Bay. So going back to the top, we have Pinecrest in the lead at 82 points, followed by Coral Gables at 74. Coconut Grove is next at 73. Edgewater is 65.5. Brickell is 65. Fisher Island and South Beach are tied at 64. Key Biscayne is 1 point less at 63. And at the bottom, for now, there will be more videos, is South Miami and Palmetto Bay at 60 points. Man, I've been going to Palmetto Bay 10 years before it was Palmetto Bay. In 1992, I remember during Hurricane Andrew, where much of Miami-Dade County was demolished, it took forever to get to Palmetto Bay. And there's been so much construction since then, but there it just seemed like the end of the world to get there. Not from the hurricane, but just driving there. So my favorite restaurant is on 160th Street, just west of Palmetto Bay, called Sango. If you like Chinese, Jamaican food, or you want to try it, you've got to check it out. It's amazing. If you're still not sure if you want to move to Palmetto Bay, or if you just want to get a lot more information about Palmetto Bay, make sure to check out the link in our description. We spent over 4 years doing a ton of research for you, and it's not boring. It's pretty interesting. I think you'll love it. Make sure to check out that link.